Thank God it's Sunday, May 30th, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am here, as you can see behind my right and my left shoulder, the state capital of the great state of Texas. I'm finally made it here. My repaired truck has given me the ability to be more mobile and bring you to other locations besides my rented room. I've got the tripod. This is the best angle I could get. These trees to my right and behind me are overgrown. I don't know whether there's an ordinance about they can't be cut. Maybe COVID-19 has eliminated the manpower to cut these trees. But the side view here is the best view of the building at this point, until at some point that these trees, these oak trees and willow trees and green leaf trees are properly trimmed or maintained. I may have to talk a little louder. There is wind today. It's 88 degrees, quite warm, quite sticky, quite uncomfortable, but there is a light breeze, and that is the saving grace. It can be as hot as it can be, but as long as there's a breeze of some kind, it's just not that bad. So this is the Capitol building, and I'll go into some of the facts about the Capitol building. But first, let's cover some of the important things that happened on this date, some items of interest, if you will, that happened on the 30th of May. And it's quite unique today. It's quite unique today. In 1431, Joan of Arc was burnt at the stake. That's right, Joan of Arc. She was a French citizen who, as a young girl, an adolescent perhaps, I'm not sure of the dates, she saw a godlike figure in her parents' garden, and she was touched by the Holy Spirit, and it changed her life, and she became a mercenary perhaps against the 100-Year War, or one of those wars. There's so many wars throughout history between countries. It's hard to decipher which war, but again, you can do your own research on Joan of Arc. She was a female, for sure, and she got involved in the fight against the English Empire at the time, and she won quite a number of battles. Her story is she was the first cross-dresser, and as a result of cross-dressing, dressing in armor, that she would appear to enemy soldiers or combatants as a man. And that, ironically, was one of the charges that led to her execution and burning at the stake. How she got captured and turned in and tried and executed was there were some loyalists in France who were still loyal for whatever reason. I guess they're we would call them the modern day backstabbers. Turned her into the English Empire at the time, and that's why and how she was apprehended, tried, and burnt at the stake. She was actually burnt at the stake twice. They wanted to make sure that they showed everybody that she was here, and now this is her bones, and she didn't escape the burning at the stake. And then they burned her a second time to completely burn the bones, so there would be no relics for people to collect and make her larger than life. But it turns out she is larger than life. She was canonized as a saint, believe it or not, and at the time of her death, it's reported that she was 19 years old. But then again, these figures, there were no birth certificates. There was nothing. I think she was even illiterate at the time, and as were many people in the world before formal education took hold. 1431, Joan of Arc is burnt at the stake for being a cross-dresser, for being a spiritual witch, perhaps. Anything they could, anything they could make up. And it was proven, the trial was again proven, it was re-identified, and it was proven that these charges were all chumped up charges This was the kangaroo court that we see so much in history and even in today. And none of those charges were ever proven or validated, and they did in fact put to death Joan of Arc for no good reason. She is one of 9 patron saints of France, and she was canonized on 16 May 1920. And one of the biggest, like I say, interesting facts is she was accused of cross-dressing because she was trying to hide her identity so she could be more effective and fight with the other men. And the other men supplied her with the armor and the sword and all these other things. And so she was very, very much part of a military operation, a very successful military operation against the British in this particular time frame of this warring planet we call Earth, that seems just seems that no one can get along for all host of different reasons. Burnt at the stake, I think I covered it all. Her nickname was the Maid of Orleans. Orleans is one of the battles, I think, or locations that she was very successful in her campaign against the British Empire at the time. In 1911, the first Indianapolis 500 was run, and Ray Harroun, Harroun, won. He won in 6 hours and 42 minutes. The first Indianapolis 500. So our hats are off, and that was an exciting time, and that's a tradition, an American tradition, every year since the Indianapolis 500. And in 1922, the Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C., honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. And this memorial for Abraham Lincoln attested to the virtues of Abraham Lincoln of tolerance, honesty, and a consistency in the human spirit. I mean, that sums it all up. I wish some of those virtues were more common and more widely. Wow, I think it's starting to rain. I got to speed this up. I can't believe it. I didn't bring the umbrella. This is gonna go south quick. So I'm not even here to talk about the building. I've got my my vaccination copy. I'll keep this wherever I go. This is my Pfizer vaccination proof. Let me tell you a little about the building. The building was 1881. Holy cow. I hope it doesn't come down in sheets, cats and dogs. This is the state capitol behind me. I hope you can see it. Its coordinates are 30 degrees, 16 minutes and 29 seconds north latitude, and 97 degrees, 44 minutes and 26 inches of latitude, longitude. And thank you to Paul Mascalano from the great state of New Jersey for helping me with the coordinates of this particular icon of a building representing just about everything that's good in America. It was 1881 when it was devised on paper by architectural Elijah Myers. It was constructed in 1882 to 1888. It took them 6 years, and it's over 136 years old or so. It doesn't look it, huh? It looks brand new, like the Taj Mahal. It took $75 million for an underground extension in 1993. I'll have to come back and do an extensive video around the grounds and the trees and all sorts of the monuments, and inside, if I can get inside. It's on the National Register for Historic Places in 1970, the National Historic Landmark in 1986. It's 302.64 feet high, or 92.24 meters for the rest of the world. It's the 6th tallest structure, Capitol, that's taller than the Capitol in Washington, D.C. It's taller than the Capitol in Washington, D.C. That's how tall it is. It's quite large. It fronts Congress Boulevard that runs right down the heart of Austin. And in 1931, they made a zoning order that no building could be higher than the Capitol building. And that may be still in effect in certain areas around, but downtown, as you go further towards the Colorado River, you can see quite taller buildings. So you'll have to check on the zoning references to date that are more accurate. It's on 22 acres of property in total, and the four oldest monuments are the Heroes of the Alamo, 1891. I haven't seen it. I think I saw it. Volunteers Firemen Memorial, the Confederate Soldiers Memorial, 1903. Oh God, there's the. Can you still see me? The wind just blew the tripod down. This whole thing's going south. This is gonna take a lot of editing. This is gonna take a lot of editing to fix this video. Hold on. The Volunteers Firemen's Memorial, 1896. I hope you can see me. The Confederate Soldiers Memorial, 1903. And the Texas Rangers Memorial, 1907. And on March 29th, 2014, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial monument was dedicated here on the grounds someplace. I'll have to locate that on another video. So you're just getting a glimpse out of it today. The weather is not going to cooperate. The wind has knocked down the tripod. It's a wonder I didn't have an accident in my pants after all that's gone wrong here. So I'll just recap. Joan of Arc was burnt at the stake today, not once but twice, and read up on that. Very interesting story on that. The Lincoln Memorial was dedicated in 1922 on this date, and the first Indianapolis 500 was run on this date in 1911. So have a wonderful Sunday. It's the start of a new week. It's your week, it's your life, it's your mind. You're the only one that can control it. Filter out the noise, the white noise, the toxic people, and try to keep your life in perspective while you're on the planet.